Good day, everyone. Welcome to MAPEH 5. Let's get ready to learn and have a great time together. This lesson is all about creating virtual arts of early Philippine performing within the locality, province, or region. Let's start with a short review. Direction. Identify the art form from the given functions below. First one. Function is mainly for the ritual or celebration. What do you think is the correct answer? Correct. The answer is dance. Second one. Used as an accompaniment and part of the ritual. What is the correct answer? Correct. The answer is music. Last one. It is used for clothing. What do you think is the correct answer? The correct answer is textile weaving. Were you able to get the correct answers? Good job! Now let's continue. Have you ever seen a tribal dance or a ritual performance? It could be on a TV or during a school program. Did you notice the patterns on their costumes and the movements they did? Those movements, sounds, costumes, and body designs, all of them became inspirations for visual arts. Artists carved dancers in wood, painted rituals on canvases, and even turned musical instruments into artworks. They're called performing arts, and they influenced visual arts like painting, sculpture, and weaving. That's why many early artworks show people dancing, playing music, or performing rituals. Today, you will create your own artwork inspired by these early performances, just like how early Filipinos used movement, music, and beliefs to express themselves through art. Identify the celebration depicted in the images. How do you celebrate each of these events? What event is being celebrated here in our region or province? What are the examples of early Philippine performing traditions? Here are examples of events celebrated in our region. Number 1 is the Moro-Moro. Moro-Moro, also known as komedya, is a traditional Philippine folk drama that originated during the Spanish colonial period. It is a colorful and theatrical play that depicts the battles between Christians and Muslims or Moros, often ending with the triumph of Christianity. The Moro-Moro was introduced in the 17th century by Spanish missionaries. It was part of their strategy to spread Christianity and celebrate religious victories, especially the triumph of Christians over Moors or the Muslims in Spain's Reconquista. The first Moro-Moro play in the Philippines was staged on June 6, 1637, in Cavite. It was a reenactment of Governor-General Don Sebastian Hurtado de Corcuera's victory over Muslim forces in Mindanao. Second is the Sinakulo. The Sinakulo is a traditional Filipino dramatic presentation depicting the life, passion, death, and resurrection of Jesus Christ. It is deeply rooted in the Philippines' Catholic faith and cultural heritage, particularly performed during Holy Week or Semana Santa. Origins: Spanish colonial period, 1565–1898. The Sinakulo was introduced by Spanish missionaries as a tool for religious instruction and conversion. It evolved from Spanish passion plays such as the Pasión, a narrative poem recited or sung that recounts Christ's passion and death. Third one is the Sayaw sa Obando. The Sayaw sa Obando is a unique example of religious and cultural fusion, transforming animist fertility rites into a deeply devotional Catholic dance celebration. It remains a potent expression of Filipino faith, community, and hope. The Sayaw sa Obando, or Obando fertility rites, is a vibrant 3-day dance festival held every May 17 to 19 in Obando, Bulacan, about 16 kilometers from Manila. Here's a deeper look at its rich history and evolution. Origins: pre-colonial Kasilonawan. The festival is rooted in an ancient fertility ritual called Kasilonawan, practiced as early as the 14th century. Local babaylans or shamans danced around phallic symbols to invoke fertility deities like Dian, Masalanta, Lakapati, and Bathala for children and bountiful harvests. With Spanish colonization and Christianization, these indigenous rites were adopted by replacing pagan deities with Catholic saints. Now talking about Catholic transformation. The Spanish, particularly the Franciscans, founded the parish in 1754, which is also known as the San Pascual Bailon Parish, and is now considered a national shrine. 3 patron saints were adopted. First is the Saint Paschal Bailon, which is celebrated every 17th of May. Saint Paschal Bailon is the saint of fertility and finding a spouse, especially sons. His surname echoed bailar, meaning dance. Second is Saint Clare of Assisi, which is celebrated every 18th of May. Saint Clare of Assisi, the saint of childless couples seeking daughters and good marriage, renamed her feast here to align with the ritual. Third one is Our Lady of Salambao, which is celebrated every 19th of May. Our Lady of Salambao, venerated as patroness of fishermen and harvest, based on a 1763 legend of her discovery in Manila Bay. Activity, direction, fill in the blank. The correct answers are Sinakulo, Sayaw sa Obando, and Moro-Moro. For individual activity. Direction: create one visual artwork inspired by early Philippine art found in your locality, province, or region. You could choose one from these 3 samples: Moro-Moro, Sinakulo, or Sayaw sa Obando. Write one sentence about the visual artwork. What art the example of early Philippines performing art within the locality, province, region? Share your answers to the class. For evaluation, use the rubrics to rate the individual performance task of learners. Provide total score and teacher's feedback. Thank you for your participation. Don't forget to apply what you've learned in your daily life. See you in our next lesson.